Hi.
Hi.
Come on in. Have a seat.
All right.
My name is Keith.
I'm Cayman.
Cayman, nice to meet you. Before you was coming in to see me today, I started looking over your file a little bit, and throughout our session here today, if it's okay with you, I'd like to go ahead and take some notes as I go.
Yeah, that's fine.
And so, Cayman, how did you come by way of seeing me today?
Well, I was referred by my doctor. He's concerned with me being at risk for a few things, so he suggested that I come see you.
Okay, so your doctor is concerned about you and what's going on in your life, and he suggests that it might help you if you come and see me today. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly a positive thing that what you've done here, Cayman, is that you've have taken upon yourself that you want to take control of things, and that's I think that's very well of you to think that way and to do that. So I certainly applaud you for that. Now, can you tell me a little bit about why your doctor has concerns?
Well, I lost my husband a year ago in a tragic car accident, and ever since then, I just haven't been myself. A piece of me, is missing, is what I feel like, and potentially it is. I go to work, and then I come home and drink 2 to 3 glasses of wine every single night, and it'll put me right to sleep. I just don't have any energy. Sometimes I even call into work because I don't have any motivation to get out of bed in the mornings. My friends, they call and want to hang out, and I brush them off. My family is concerned as well because I skip some holidays because it's just not the same, without my husband being there.
Well, it sounds like you have still been grieving from a year ago when you lost your husband, and it sounds like you've been drinking a couple glasses in the evening, and that you're having some stress in your life that's caused you some ways of not being able to cope with things from the stress, and you're able to potentially help with the stress by drinking, and at the same token, you don't have any energy to do anything. And so, does that pretty much sum about what's going on with
Yeah.
you? Well, let me say this. Before you came in to see me today, we had you do a couple of tests. They're called a PHQ-2 and a PHQ-4. The first test that you did, which is a PHQ-2, we had you do that, and it's a depression test. Both of them are. And the first one, the PHQ-2, came back that it was positive. But when we administered the second test, the PHQ-4, it was a little bit longer of a test versus the first one. And on the scale of that one, you came up as an 8. And what that signifies is that you have what is considered mild depression. And so when we look at that, we started thinking of ways of treating folks who have mild depression. Would something such as along the lines of medication be something that you'd be willing to try?
I don't think so. I'm only 25 years old, so I'd rather not, rely on medication for the rest of my life. I want to be able to make myself happy instead of medication, so I don't think that that's something at this time that I really want to do.
Okay, so it sounds like you're as young as you say that being as young as you are, that you don't want to try medication at this early of a stage. That you'd be open for other options if we had other options available, which we do. Would that sound
Yeah.
something you'd be willing to try? Well, let me ask you this: on a scale of 1 to 10, as far as change is concerned, 10 being most likely willing to change and 1 not so likely. Where would you fall at on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd say probably about 6.
Okay, and why not say like a 4 or a 5?
Well, I know what I'm doing is a healthy way of living, sleeping all the time, no energy, isolating myself. I know that that's not healthy, and, I want to make a change. I just don't really know where to start, but I want to be able to do something.
Okay, So it sounds like you're willing to change, that you're wanting to change, that you want to take some control in your life, and that's certainly a good thing. There are a couple of methods instead of medication that we can try. One of them is exercising. How do you feel about exercising?
Yeah, I'm willing to take a shot at exercising.
Okay. Well, exercising has been researchers have proven that exercising does help the serotonin in the brain, and also evidence-based practice has shown that by exercising, it'll help reduce the stress from the serotonin in your brain, and that by doing so, it will help you feel better about yourself, and it will also, by in turn of making you feel better and exercising, it'll help potentially with the drinking too that you are having. So let me ask you: is there a way that you can go about exercising?
Well, I do have a couple friends, and they run marathons year round, so they're always training and running and lifting weights and stuff like that to get ready for the races. So I might, call them up and see if I could join them.
Okay, so it sounds like you've got some friends that you're willing to contact and possibly run a marathon, and that's good to know to have social support such as your friends. And so now, what do you feel as far as how would you go about exercising during the day? Would it be something like maybe before work or after work or on the weekends?
Well, I think it'd be definitely after work because, like I said, when I get home from work, all I do is drink and then go to bed. So I don't really have anything to do once I get home. So, like you said before, that exercising might help me not to drink. And I'll replace drinking with exercising after work. So, yeah, it would probably be in the afternoon.
Okay. And how many times do you feel like you would probably actually go out and exercise? Do you see yourself doing it a few times a week?
Yeah, I'd say maybe 3 times a week or more. It's going to be hard, but with my friends being with me, I think that, they'll be able to hold me accountable because I'm sure there's going to be days where I don't have energy and don't want to get out of bed. And so I think they'll be able to help me with that.
Okay. So the days that you feel like you don't have energy and you don't want to get out of bed, by having your friends being there to help you and also be willing to go out and exercise, you feel like maybe that will help you have the more energy to where you can get out of bed, and certainly by doing so in turn that will just be a domino process of helping you with the stress, and then from there not having drinking 1 or 2 glasses if in the evening if that's what you do. So is this something you'd be willing to try?
Yeah, I definitely want to try it, especially, if it keeps me off the medication. I'm willing to at least, give it a shot, see how it goes.
Well, it's certainly good to hear you say that you don't want to not do medication, and I'm certainly glad to hear that. And certainly medication is not something we always want to try first, but if there's other alternatives, we don't want to completely outrule medication. So I'm glad to see that you're at this point willing to try other things. So that's good to hear you say. And then what we'll do, Cayman, is what I, with the loss of your husband, we have a administrative staff member who can contact a grieving counselor from our office here at our location, and they can set you up with someone and sitting down with them. Would that be something else that you'd be willing to try?
Yeah, I don't think I really do need help. It's been a year and I'm still in the same boat, so I think I need to get some help with that.
Well, it sounds like a year's a long time, or it's been a long time for you, and you're being willing to go out and try and meet with somebody. So why don't we do this? Why don't we meet with our administrative staff? I'll introduce you to them, and they can set you with a grieving counselor. I'll see you, make an appointment in 2 weeks. We can meet face to face. We will. I'll also call you over the next course of the 2 weeks. I'll call you once a week for the next 2 weeks until we meet face to face. And during that time, I'll just check in with you and see how you're doing. And then, of course, Cayman too, you can always call me if you have any questions. have any concerns, you can always call and reach out to me. And then if I don't hear from you, I will at least call you and see how things are going. And we'll do that over the next couple of weeks. And then also we'll meet face to face. And then you'll try with the exercising to see how that will help you. And then we'll also have you set up with a grieving counselor. Does that sound something that you'd be willing to do and try?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, great. Well, I appreciate you coming in, and thank you very much. And if you want to follow me, I'll introduce you to our administrative staff.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.